Alright, hello everybody and welcome on back. Even as I do that, I don't know if I'll be able to get the full half hour because this is one of the days where I get my kiddos, woo! So they'll be here any minute, but until then, let me see, I'm also setting an alarm clock in case, so I don't end up rambling over, but yeah, about 30-ish minutes. Ooh, make sure it's on the correct day, and make sure it's the correct AM, PM. I don't know, that'll work. 33 minutes. There we go. We'll do the Illuminati, or what is it? Not Illuminati. It's the Freemasons. There you go. Sorry, and anybody that reads Dan Brown's The Lost Symbol will easily have as much Illuminati and Freemason knowledge as I do, which is very little. Also, don't really care. I mean, not trying to sound like against them or anything, but just like if they do exist, it doesn't really affect me a whole lot, you know. Like, or maybe it does. Maybe they are like heavily influencing on a lot of the people, places, and things that I've had influence my life, which not that big of a deal. I mean, law enforcement, the fraternal order of law enforcement and cops basically has a big say in how a lot of things go, and you know, they're much more very real, you know, or even it's doing so good. I really need to do increased health on this character. Health, regeneration. I mean, I am regenerating, so that's cool. Anyways, what's really interesting in this day and age is the fact that we can create such things much easier than, like, I don't know, how do I explain this without... There's people throughout all time... Oh, actually, wait. What? It just said... Oh, that's what it's talking about. So those things are embers. If you put a box there, I think it blows up. What I need to do is I need to change out my gun because I'm almost out of ammo there. Oh, I did not. I did not go buy the, Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. So we can always fast travel here. So this is where we're supposed to go for this mission. But let's fast travel back to Sanctuary. So wait. So we need to go to the Spendopticon. We're gonna go back to Sanctuary. We're just gonna go buy some upgrades. But I was about to actually do some Minecraft musings this morning, just so I can kind of chit chat about things. But why not? We'll make Borderlands a bit of musings. So yes, I do play video games, but I'm working on several side projects for society, basically. Like how do I use my experiences and my understanding of things to help shape a better future, help spread wealth and, well, actually not even wealth, it's just like help spread opportunity and comfort. Like comfort through getting rid of the basic needs, or getting the basic needs met, food, shelter, clothing, stuff like that. Like how do you get that met for people across the world? And we do have charities, which, yeah. Gotta be careful because this can really get away from you, though.
Your SDU when you weren't looking. No need to thank me. Well equipped.
No, now I need to. There we go. It's like 1,000, 3,000. That's really not that big of a deal. 9,000.
My life is going just
Yes.
fine.
And now I can't even afford the next one. So
Being a
now,
mercenary is like being a merchant. You won't last long if you can't stay well stocked.
what is this? Lost loot. Permanently increase the number of items you can carry in your lost loot by 1.
Or why won't someone give
then-
me a mission?
Items in your bank. Items in your backpack.
Enjoy. No refund.
Grenades.
Seriously.
And I can't even afford that. So now I'm
You're
back
gonna
to
need
broke.
more
But
space, so buy it already.
anyways, that's gonna make a huge difference. And, well, no. Now let's just go ahead and refill. You really don't want to pay for ammo if you can avoid it, because you can loot things like this. There you go. There's another grenade, and now I'm going back to the fast travel. And we'll just... Oh! Wait, this is... Might as well. Let's see. Let's go to a vending machine, sell off what we do have, claim the lost loot, sell that off. I mean, there is some good to be selling stuff off, but like... So these are the same except for... Actually, they're the same as far as we're concerned, because it gives +3 to the Eagle one. The Eagle one's the only one that we really care about. Oh wait, it's the same exact thing. It's just the only difference is the weapons efficiency. So really, I like that one. -6% damage reduction. I feel like that increases damage.
Why won't anyone listen to me? I'm screaming as loud as I can.
Well, I like this one. Melee damage, incendiary resistance, dull weapon accuracy. Okay. So we'll sell that one. And
a handy trick.
so I try not to get rid of ones that have fancy text that are actually like
Shut up,
rewards for things. Let's see, that's another. Ooh, that one actually looks pretty cool. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and get rid of that. I don't care for dull snipers because they're 3-round bursts. This one's good, but we already have this, which does either way they eat up ammo, and I feel like I don't know. I really need that. Rocket launchers I don't really deal with a lot. That one already I can tell is a lot stronger than this one. Don't need that because I have a better one. Usually I try to keep like one of my favorite guns, and then like so already I have a really good dull gun, so I'll get rid of that other gun that I just had. Yeah. Got 11 spaces. So now, and this is where this will test your memory. Like, so you remember all the guns that we had and the guns that I like to use that I probably won't even use. I'll probably just cycle through the guns that I'm using right now. And then all of this other stuff. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was only 5 things in there? Okay, we need to upgrade that. We can have 5 pieces of lost loot, which means if we don't pick up that loot, that's what this feature is. If we don't pick it up or we don't see it, then it goes there if there's room. So, and it only picks up the rarest stuff.
Bullets and bombs.
That is cool. I do love these dull guns. I mean, there's no elemental effects to them, but they're really heavy hitting, very accurate. But like I just was saying, they don't have elemental, so that's the same level. We'll go and get rid of that one. This one's good. Oh, and this. See, this one spends a lot of ammo. This one has a bipod. I don't know, there's so much stuff, and you know, I probably won't even use them. This I know I won't use because it's a level 14 rare item for a different class mod. So I'm just gonna get rid of that out, and I don't have the bandwidth to try to do that.
You're not the boss of me.
And let's actually get rid of both of the. What is this? Digital secure. Anyway, sorry. That's one thing you gotta look out for is a lot of times... Oh, okay, no, that's a cell phone thing. Back in the day, anti-malware, antivirus stuff... let's just keep the rocket launcher one. Anyways, MB done. Antivirus and malware is actually used to give you malware. So if you're not careful, if you use a bunch of the free versions of stuff, there's a chance that they could actually put malware on your thing. Now, I mean, we've been rooting this out, and we, not me, actually doing anything, but... My colleagues, the people that have taught me, the people that are out there doing the good fight, the white hat cybersecurity professionals, they're hunting people like that. Okay, let's see. Oops. No, how do I go to... need to go fast travel outside orbit view. There we go. Handsome jackpot. Had to just figure this out. Okay, the spend Opticon, which is good. I mean, you know, games back in the day, it was a lot harder to figure things like that out. But now, like, I'm sloppily able to, yeah, this is where we gotta go, and we can zoom in there. There, see? So, I don't know. Although it was nice with Borderlands 1 where you had to earn fast travel. You had to actually complete some missions before it was available. So, anyways, back to the musing. So I'm working with this AI bot, Bard, with Google, and it's really, really interesting because I've already been feeding Gmail with a lot of journals and stuff. Now, granted, I imagine that nobody was really looking at it, at least not now. But I knew that that sort of thing would come up, like, say, in the event of my death, or, you know, or if there was a big legal case or something. Kind of a baseline to establish sanity, or at least periods of sanity, or mental well-being. Because sanity and insanity are such relative concepts. They're not really accurate in depicting people's mental health states. Like, you can have a period of mental illness, you know, be it substance abuse, be it depression, be it, well, some of the other stuff is kind of not so temporary, but depression, easily. You know, say you had a bad breakup, say you had, you know, postpartum depression after having a kid, or, you know, there's all sorts of different things that can be temporary depression and easily fixed. I mean, well, depending on your parameters. So, Colorado just legalized magic mushrooms for depression research. Oops. That used to be switched to my sniper rifle. Not good with snipers in this game. This one, this thumper, just gets rid of them. But anyways, so mushrooms and even DMT, a couple of natural substances that are naturally occurring substances. DMT is called the dream drug, the spirit molecule, different names and whatnot, but that actually is in your brain. It's a naturally occurring chemical that helps you hallucinate for dreams. And the synthesized version is illegal to have, unless you're in Colorado. And the rules are still a little iffy. But it's also supposed, at least this is what my understanding. I could be wrong, and feel free to correct me. It's totally fine. But DMT is also the drug that's released upon your death, to where you see your life flash before your eyes, and you're basically living a dream as you're on your way out. It's a natural mechanism to make death more pleasant, more bearable for people.
Yes, into the fray.
I don't know, and then you get into the whole creator and everything, and like religion, and I don't know, which I talked about the Illuminati and the Freemasons at the beginning of this video, but basically, and I've been tagging Illuminati like they're being naughty, because this would be kind of ironic. Oh, it does keep spawning even after you destroy the host. See, that's different. Some of the robots in the Borderlands series, if you shoot the constructors and you destroy them before they finish constructing the other robot, then usually it doesn't finish constructing. Anyways, persistent construction post-mortem. Oh, but look at their ties. Anyways, this is one of the biggest fears about the robots taking over and artificial intelligence, and that's why I'm a little creeped out by artificial intelligence, because it would be so easy to run out of control. That's where a bunch of our most famous viruses came from. They came from a laboratory where a computer scientist, you know, much like myself, was just fiddling around with something and then accidentally let it out of the lab. Like, one example is this worm that would replicate your address book and then send itself to all of the people in your address book. So once it had permission to do that, and back in the day it didn't take that many permissions, or like now we have role-based and access-based permissions, all these different like terms and ways to like schedule and to organize permissions and stuff. Not schedule so much, that assumes that permissions change, and they don't really change all that often. What you do is you change like roles, and then roles have permissions tied to them. So when you're, say, a custodian, you get rules, just looking at this place and seeing, oh wait, I actually asked it to give me money instead of attacking it. I wonder if they would still turn angry, like my little trinket here on the gun. That's an angry robot. Open slot machines. Well, we need that money too. Now we're back up to 5 Gs. We spent about 40 Gs. I was gonna try to get up to the millions in this game, and I'm sure you can. Like, this place has a lot of money, but I don't know. Once you play this game and once you've beaten it, you get up into like the millions of dollars. So then it's just kind of, oh wait, we can't. Oh, we do have a ticket. Okay. I mean, we had a ticket. I knew that, but like, it worked. Now, Impound Deluxe. This is where it gets long. This is a very long battle. Anyways, back to the bot. So there are Google personnel that actually analyze what you feed the bot. And so I need to be very careful with this, but at the same time, very creative. And so a lot of my projects are on behavioral and psychological factors that lead to cybercrime, or crime in general, really. Now, not saying like I'm trying to be some super cop, quite the opposite. I'm trying to make it to where cops are obsolete for the most part. I mean, you're still going to have issues. You're still going to have people having a bad day.
You're certainly making the rounds. Even the impound lot was a part of Jack's vision. Not one square foot in this place where you couldn't win it all, or lose it all. Once I get Timothy's hand, I'll clean this place up. I'm thinking fountains, statue or two of yours truly. You'll see.
Yeah, and so notice Pretty Boy, from the looks of it, is a very short fella. So they call them tinks in this game. They're really dwarfs, vertically challenged. I don't think midgets is like a politically correct.
I like your enthusiasm.
As long as you're not trying to say it in a derogatory way, it's mostly not derogatory. At least the way I see it. Like, if you're trying to explain to someone that they might be a little bigger than the average, you're like, that's been me most of my life. Like, I've always been a little chubbier. And it doesn't even matter what people say through projection. Like, people tend to get offended when things weren't meant to mean offense. Now, granted, there are some things that are meant to mean offense. When someone's having a bad day, you know, and again, there are factors behind having a bad day. Like whether you've eaten enough, and we know this. We've got the commercials from Snickers, like, you know, hungry, have a Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry, and that's very true. Like, if your body is insufficient on certain needs, like food, water, and sleep, then you become irritable, you become not yourself, and you start making rash decisions or dangerous decisions, or just mean decisions. So, but once we understand that, I was trying to like, yeah, see, my health and my ability to absorb attacks is not very good. Oh, it was a bomb, whatever it was. Anyways, so there are factors that you can address. One of them being proprietary, or like stuff that you have. Well, maybe not proprietary is a good word, but the haves and the have-nots. Let's go through the VIP. That is expensive. Usually you can, usually you can loot a lot of stuff in here. What is this? This is like some mail room? Oh, this is like an evidence locker of all the stuff that's been confiscated. So there's 30, and then... Oh yeah, so some weapons. That's why you don't want to buy ammo, because you can just usually scavenge it. As long as you have a increase. Yeah, let's go ahead. So we got 800 back once we sell those of our fee, about 900. So we recouped about 11 to 1200 after we sell these weapons of the 1500 that we spent to get in here. What is this though? I feel like there's hidden stuff in these as well. Anyways, the whole point of a lot of my side projects is to mitigate factors that lead to crime, like wealth inequality, access to basic needs, respect, because that's another big thing, is like, if you don't have these things, these basic needs met, then you're very sore and sensitive about it. Also, let's get sidetracked. The Great Escape. Man Sky has a plan to get out of the casino. A plan so crazy, it just might work.
Hey, my name is Max Sky, and I'm getting the hell off this soul-sucker casino. I've got a plan, and it's genius, but I hit some snags, and I need some help with the final touches, and there's a reward in it for you, so come help me.
So, and, you know, a little backstory to America's history. Casinos in general were run by the mob, and the mafia, organized crime families, or families that were willing to bend the rules to get their basic needs met and get the needs met of their family and their people. And it was all very innocent in the beginning. Like, they were, well, and there was also war times too. Like, the Mafia helped the U.S. Army in World War II, when we were around Sicily or something like that. Like, some of the mob helped, like, I don't know, somehow they helped, and I learned about that in history. It's not completely relevant today because mob families are, well, either non-existent or not important, because crime in itself is so hard to commit now that, I mean, it would still take a family, like a family of people looking out for each other, but people are able to form their own families outside of bloodlines.
Hello, big spender. Welcome to the Customer Care Center. To retrieve an impounded ship, you're gonna need Form 34B. However, I can expedite service for a nominal fee. Scanning net worth. Oh, VIP status is a bit out of your league. My mistake. Proceed to client services to pick up your required form.
Fine. I will acquire this form, but I will not like it.
All the boats in the casino serve pretty boy. I doubt very much they will let you recover my ship. But I suppose there are some things fire cannot solve. Perhaps.
And then also this, tools of manipulation and coercion. So already we're in a casino where I mean, and you can tell people, you will lose. You'll lose all your money if you go to the casino. Same with like the lottery. I mean, you gotta play to win, but at the same time, the chances of you winning.
Hello, valued guest. You need 34B, do you? That's gonna be just over there in requisitions. But why use your legs? If you want, I can procure that form for you.
Actually,
Only
I think I
$5
hear
billion. Scanning net worth.
kiddos.
Oh my. So sad the state some people live in. March those pedestrian legs to data requisition and they'll sort you out.
Okay, you gotta go all the way to data requisition. Very slow. I should have looked to see if one was the special objective or not.
Hey hope you're having a great time at the casino. I'm told you need Form 34B. Here it is.
Form 34B version 2.4. Okay. Now we gotta go to customer care. This is just a little bit of bureaucracy of how people control a few things. I mean, actually controlling people through it, that's one.
Valued guest. You have your required form? Oh, sorry, there must have been a mix-up. This is Form 34B version 2.4. Only Form 34B version 2.6 is accepted. See, that's why it pays to be VIP.
This is most infuriating.
And this is also a potential factor that leads to crime or undesired behavior in psychology. Like, well, not psychology, I guess. It's effects of psychology. Ring bell. Let's see what premium does. Oh, he gets over here faster. Okay, or she.
Oops! You'll have to return to data requisition again for the updated Form 34B version 2.6.
There's a reason the house always wins. You'll never get what you want playing by the rules.
Attack him.
Smart thinking, sugar. You gotta act VIP to be VIP.
Not true anymore, but that was the way of the world for a long time. To get what you wanted, you had to take it. You had to, take risks, do entrepreneurship, all these things, and now we're finding out, not so much. I mean, yes, you still can, but, a lot of these people that just get a lot of money for nothing, or actors especially, they end up with crippling depression and possible even really horrible situations because they get imposter syndrome times a million. And for imposter syndrome, for those that aren't aware, is a feeling of you're not who you are. Like, if you're in a job as a software developer, and then you start thinking, I'm no software developer, what am I doing here? I actually had that too. I was a software developer intern, then I got hired full position, and really the company just needed a bunch of glorified IT technicians, which
Jack
is
here.
what I do now,
Okay,
which
yes,
I love.
probably impounded your ship, but that's what you get for being a deadbeat. Better keep spending, though. Who knows? That big win is probably just around the corner. Then you can get out of this shithole. Not that you'd want to. I mean, who'd ever want to leave this shithole anyway?
Well, either way. So where was I going with that? Oh yeah, just all the different things that can lead to disaster. And see, it all goes back to capitalism without caps. I mean, capitalism has it the best so far. Although I'd agree with like communism is probably, if you just told me the basics of all the isms and I had to pick one, I would say communism. Just because everybody gets a fair share. Like, I feel like that's, well, fair. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. And actually, I can already see the fallacy of that. Wait, let's compare those shields, because like I've been talking about, I do need a better shield. So, what I'm using now, returns. Okay, so already for, what is that, 13 hit points, and, you know, faster recharge rate, but that's not really all that big of a deal. Like, I'd say more the capacity is what I look at. The delay and the rate are both. Anyways, movement speeds are good for when it's full, but yeah, no. I'm gonna keep with mine basically. Made an executive decision, but I don't know. There's so many things that can be enhanced with technology, like time to make decisions. Or although this is a game and that's part of the game, you're weighing the benefits, pros and cons of every decision you make.
Number is 9957. We'll be with you shortly.
Losers Limbo. And I did live in Nevada for 1 year, so I got to see what like excessive gambling does. Like they had slot machines in the grocery stores. Like you couldn't get away from it. If you were grocery shopping, you're gambling.
Number 1345. Please come to the counter. Number 1345. Please come to the counter.
Oh, this has real Beetlejuice vibes. So if you've never seen Beetlejuice, that's a movie where the living and the dead are commingling.
We don't have time to wait in line. Like I said, if the rules are keeping you down, find a way around. Doesn't look like they're using their number. Take it out their hands.
This is exactly what happened in Beetlejuice.
I wondered where that went.
You go take someone else's ticket. Although Beetlejuice gets instant karma for that. Oh, and actually I had an incident the other day. I was at Chick-fil-A, and yeah, granted, whatever your moral compass is, I fully support LGBTQ+. Like, I mean, that's... I don't go there for politics, I go there because they make good chicken. I mean, anyway, but... I keep hearing things. Which is usually indicative of my rather noisy... Well, not noisy, they're very well mannered and stuff, but they're... very active, so they make a little more noise than the average person, like bouncing around, like little steps and everything like that. Anyway, my point being is, gambling is manipulation, government control is manipulation. There's a lot of different manipulations, whether it's nefarious or benign. I mean, a lot of times it is benign, it's just accidentally nefarious, like bureaucracy and having to fill out forms. And insurance in America, like people try to make businesses out of insurance and stuff, and it is good business, it makes a lot of money. It pays people's salaries. That's what people need to realize, is a lot of the times these people aren't mopping up the money in a nefarious way. They're doing it so they can pay their employees. However, the CEOs and the bosses of ridiculous amounts, same with nonprofits too. I was speaking with a guy on the plane to Germany, and like, he was just telling me about why he didn't join. They offered him a position at a nonprofit and he declined it. See, this guy's sleeping.
Looks like it was a trap. Do your thing, Vault Hunter.
Distract them!
It was like a berserker. I'm surprised I survived that many direct hits from a berserker. Yeah. I don't even know who leaving it is, but... And that's a device of human thought and intelligence, is like conspiracy theorists and stuff. Like, all it takes is a couple of radical ideas and a few well-placed, pieces of information, and things can seem very realistic. Like, well, and honestly, some of the conspiracy theories aren't even really theories anymore. They've been proven either true or also. Take a second look. We have 440. 440.
You cannot take me.
Nope, that's death. Oh. Dang it. Well, at least get a second wind off the hill and run up here and kill these ones up here. But basically, yeah. Manipulation. Same with trying to get a mate, or, conspiracy theories. But notice that, like, a lot of these are now female, which Borderlands 3 went equality with. Now the bandits are male and female. Before it was just males, for the most part. I think if there were females, you couldn't really tell. Everyone was bald and, like, running around. And now here they do have some bald women, but, like, they also have women that look like your average, I don't know, valley girls or spoiled girls, like, trying to go out and party, or, like, lost. Not really lost, because, like, it's like how a lot of people in corrections, which is basically the prison system, call people broken people. Well, it seems like we're all broken to a point, and we're all fixing ourselves and building ourselves, or not really fully formed, I guess, or something like that. There's different ways to explain things that make a little more sense. Also, I was looking for vending machines. We have to go kind of a ways back. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go on a run and let's actually just sell everything we're not using, because, I mean, I'm such a hoarder in the best of times. Also, if you have the punch, you can break these and get iridium. So, but we haven't played this character. This character is technically a brand new character. I mean, it's level 15, but, yeah, and iridium is, I forget what you use iridium for here. It's like how you get really good weapons. Crazy Earl. It used to be that's how you'd upgrade your weapon slots. Now it's just money, which is nice, but it's also annoying because, I don't know. I mean, this game is just awesome either way. None of these things are like, oh, the game's terrible, it needs to have this or that. Like, no, the game is amazing. There's just room for improvement with a few things. Yeah, let's go and get rid of that. Oh, and there's the alarm for the first one. Let's see, where is that at? Yep, almost the Illuminati. Let's, like this one I was thinking, I love Jacob's guns. I'm gonna keep that one. Don't really care about... Yeah, it's good to have like one shock weapon and one corrosive weapon just like handy in case you come across a boss that you really can't fight like that. Let's see. And these are both, I want to put those in the thing. This one, I'm not too sure if I care about that. Because this is a rare or legendary that you can get. Like, these exist in the game. So do these, but these you get from special missions. So I like to collect the mission ones. These ones, I like to collect them, but then only one. And I'm pretty sure I have one of, like, all of these. I mean, I'll keep them for now. Yeah, these are the weapons that I mostly use. Then I'll make a profit out of the other ones. But let's go ahead and cut it for now. Let's pick it up in the next one. Ta-ta for now.